So just went shopping there for day one of the challenge, and I spent about €8 in Dunn's with the voucher applied. And we more or less got about 5 or 6 meals during the week, for 5 or 6 days even, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And the main objective of the meals was to get whole food as natural as possible and as healthy as possible. So I'll take you through kind of what we got in a minute, but it was mainly around kind of chicken, beef, wholemeal pasta, wholemeal bread, brown rice, vegetables, and anything that is as natural as possible. So as you can see here, we have the makings of about 16 to 17 meals, and what we'll do with the chicken here that we'll see, we'll just bulk cut this, have this over say 1 or 2 days. Same with the beef and the steaks as well. And then the cold cuts, I know they're not fully kind of whole foods as such, some of them are processed, but we use them just for quick snacks as opposed to reaching out for bars or things like that. So let's see how it goes. So day 4 of the challenge, and I just wanted to jump on to give, say, a quick overview of how it's gone so far. So honestly, I feel great. No cravings, no nothing, no bloating, and I feel full of energy, which is nice. So in terms of the main goals or focuses this week, one is to make clean eating as easy as possible. So what I've been doing in this area is really trying to, one, go into the shopping centre and buying all the food that I need to get. So there's the chicken, the beef, the veg, the carbs, and then kind of any snacks. So I've been relying heavily on kind of yogurts and then frozen fruit for this, and having that at night with cacao powder as a little kind of treat before bed. Another thing is just kind of pre-cooking or pre-preparing the food as well. So for example, just kind of pre-chopping them, throwing them into a lunchbox in the fridge so they're just easy to add into any meal. The next is kind of pre-cooking or bulk cooking the meats as well. So for example, if I'm cooking say steak or whatever, I'll just make enough steak for 2 dinners and 2 lunches, so I can just heat that up whenever I want it, as opposed to cooking it again. But yeah, it's going well so far. Happy enough with the results, happy enough with how I feel, so no complaints. Some of the challenges is, one, just kind of adapting this to life as well, and to family life. So kind of cooking 2 dinners at times, or I cooking a dinner and Patrice cooking a dinner as well, and kind of finding that balance to make sure that we're fed and that we're happy, and that Maisie's fed and Maisie's happy as well. Another thing as well is just resisting temptations. So it's after Christmas, there's loads of chocolate around the house, so trying to turn a blind eye to that, and not give in to any cravings. But also when we go out, for example, we went to Liffey Valley there, shopping centre, on Saturday. We brought Maisie to the balls, but after that we went to McDonald's. So you're surrounded by fast food chains everywhere. It smells lovely. Maisie's eating a happy meal there in front of me. So that's been a challenge, but the way I've kind of been dealing with that is having kind of food pre-made and available. So if I'm going out on a family day or whatever, just bringing food out with me, whether that be a sandwich or whatever, and just having that. So in regards to the food that I've been eating, it's been mainly, so I'll show them MyFitnessPal in a set so you can see the actual meals, and I'll send a few pictures in as well. But in Dunn's they have a great deal where you can get like 3 meals or 3 meats for 10 quid. So I've got like these Mexican chicken skewers, which are great, so making them. Beef pieces as well, so just throwing them into say a stir fry, or throwing them into a bap or whatever. That's another thing for lunch. I've been having like beef slices on whole grain wraps or whole grain baps as well, and that's been really nice and filling, so long may it last. And then one thing as well, also yogurts, fruit and cacao powder too is an absolute game changer. Especially if you have cravings for chocolate, this will take them all away. I think it's only like 30 calories per teaspoon, and that's all you need because it's really strong. But it's absolutely delicious. Yeah, so nothing else really to say. So we have another 26 days left. If it goes like this, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Another thing also, actually I did weigh myself on day 2, which was Saturday, and took a picture. So currently sitting at 77 kilo, which is grand. Like, I mean, I'm fairly lean. I train 8 days a week, so I'd be worried if I wasn't. But let's see if we can drop any more weight from that, or kind of lean out too, and we'll look at the difference between the picture that I took the other day and then the picture that I'll take on the final day as well, to see if there's any difference there. So day 6 into the challenge, and honestly I feel amazing. Energy levels have gone through the roof. Training performance, running performance, the same as well. I went to the gym there today and I felt like I had 20-30% more energy and 30% more strength as well than to push through in the session. Same with the running. Went for a run there on Sunday and felt really light, felt really kind of energised, and no crashes whatsoever. And with that, I just feel a lot more healthier. I feel more cleaner, if that makes sense. I feel I'm getting a lot more from the food as well. So for example, when I had say lunch today, I'd feel a lot more fuller having that lunch than I would previously having something else. No cravings, no temptations to snack, just feeling constantly full but not bloated at the same time. So while I've been doing this challenge, I've been putting a lot more research into the food that we eat. And two things that keep coming up are refined sugars and MSG, and how bad they are for us. Let's take refined sugars for example. These are any ultra processed sugars that's in junk food, so the likes of chocolate, crisps, sweets, candy, etc, etc. And not only is this food super addictive, but it's full of empty calories and has no nutritional value whatsoever. And it just makes complete sense when I look back to when I was trying to lose weight, training hard, but not making any progress. And the reason for this is snacks and refined sugars. I'd go out, say do a 10-12k run, burn 800-900 calories, and come back, have a bar of chocolate, a packet of crisps and a drink. I'm back to square one. I'm at the consuming the calories that I've tried to burn off, or did burn off, but they're back again. And not only are these super addictive and empty in calories, they're super bad for us. Like, how shite do you feel when you sit down, watch a movie, have a packet of crisps, packet of sensations or whatever, and then a bit of chocolate? You feel absolutely rubbish afterwards. Not even just feeling guilty, but physically you just feel sluggish. And when we consume all these refined sugars, all these massive numbers of calories, we can't burn them off, so they stay in our bodies as fat. And to put this in perspective, I got MyFitnessPal and went around my kitchen and started scanning in food to see how many calories are in them. So in a pack of tail there's like 200 calories. In a Yorkie bar there's 250 calories. Can of Coke about 300 calories, in and about. I scanned in a packet of buttons, a family size packet of buttons, but we all know it's not really family size. I'd eat these in a matter of 5 minutes. There's 500 calories in that. A big family pack of sensations, which again I'd eat alone in about 5-10 minutes. There's 900 calories in that. And then there's people wondering why we're not losing weight. It's because of all this refined shite that we're consuming. And it's the same story as well with MSG. MSG is added to your McDonald's, your chippers, your curries or things like that to make them more tastier, but also to make them more addictive. For example, when we go to McDonald's, we get a Big Mac meal. I do it anyway. I want the cheeseburger afterwards. I want chicken nuggets afterwards. I'm not full. I'm constantly hungry. I just want more and more and more. And that's because of MSG. And not only is this bad from a calorie point of view, just think of how much it costs as well. You know, we go to McDonald's, how easy is it to spend 20-30 quid? We go out to eat, how easy is it to spend 60-70 quid in a restaurant? You know, starter, main course, dessert, drinks on the side or whatever. But yeah, people still say it's more expensive to eat healthy. Is it really, when you look at what you're getting for that meal compared to what you're getting now with that junk food? You could go and spend 20-30 quid on, say, a meal in McDonald's or wherever, or you could spend 20-30 quid in Dunn's or wherever and get 5 or 6 meals to do for the week. And it's absolutely disgusting as well how all these food companies are tricking us into buying food which is perceived as being healthy. You know, reduced fat, reduced sugar, reduced whatever. It's still rubbish food. And I'm guilty of this too. Like, I mean, I used to go and get a protein bar thinking it was healthy because I had 20 grams of protein. At the end of the day, it's still a protein bar that's ultra processed and full of refined sugars. And the same with all these kind of healthy fake labels. It's nothing but just a cover up. But I know we focus on a lot of the negative things, but on the positive side of things, from this experience, I'm learning how beneficial whole food is. You know, how it makes us feel full, how it's good for us, how it's so much easier to digest and it's not full of calories. But also puts in perspective how inexpensive and simplistic whole foods are. You know, for example, I went to Dunn's this week, spent about 100 quid on shopping, got the equivalent of about 15 to 20 meals. Good proper meals, chicken, rice, veg, all that good stuff. Whereas I could spend that 100 quid in a restaurant and maybe get 3 meals for myself and the girls. And I just think people have that misconception that healthy eating is expensive. It's not when it's done right, and this is a living, breathing example. So day 9 of the challenge, and I'm just going to give you a quick recap of how week 1 went. So honestly, I'm feeling amazing. Energy levels are through the roof. Sports performance as well. I can't believe how much this has improved just in 7-8 days. And to give an example of this, I went out to do my interval sessions yesterday, and I was cruising at 340 kilometers. 2-3 weeks ago I was really pushing hard to get that. Today as well I done a high rock session and absolutely pissed through it as well. It was the first time ever that I didn't stop through the lunges, through the sleigh push, through any of the exercises. I just felt great and full of energy. And in terms of actual progression, I am down just over half a kilo. So when I started I was 77.15 kilograms, now I'm down to 76.5, and overall I'm looking leaner, feeling leaner. And in terms of financials, I spent about 120 last week on shopping. That was for about the best part about 20 meals, probably even more. This week, well, for this week I went to Dunn's yesterday, done my shopping and spent 60 quid, and I got the equivalent of about 15 or 20 meals as well. So we're starting to optimise kind of the menu and then the shopping too, and it's just getting less and less expensive, so that's another good sign as well. So that's it for week 1. I'll keep you up to date with how week 2 goes, and see you on the next one.